was really kind of almost expecting like a cop to come by because I'm on camera. I would never, I'm not stupid. I struggle with what I learned in school, meaning that I'm not really sure it's always worth it. But one thing I took to heart was forgiveness is always better to ask for than permission. I've done a lot of stupid stuff, but I am not gonna confess or admit to anything on a YouTube video that may get me in serious trouble. So, okay, let's go back to this morning.
What are you, a child? He just walked like that whole thing. Sunrise walk before we head out. Drive up the coast today. It's so pretty here, huh? All right, we are out of here. Our first Harvest Host day. Alright, there is shockingly not a lot of parks around. We showed up at this one, and I think this is like a private park or something. I don't know, it's really weird. The sign didn't make sense. But there's no other park nearby. And at first I was like freaking out because it's like, well, what happens if they lock us in here? Then I decided, oh well. It's Friday night. They'll come back tomorrow. It's a sports complex. There's got to be baseball games tomorrow or something. So, yeah, if we get locked in, we get locked in. Well, having to use the leash aside, it's a pretty nice trail. It's all like sandy and stuff. It's really nice. You know, what's the worst that happens? They lock us in for the night. All right, we're 20 minutes into the trail, so I feel a little safe letting them off. Explore. I like the sand. I mean, personally, I don't like it, but I love it for them. Pup, I love how much better you're doing today between the beach and the trails. You just prefer that over the parky? Yeah, you don't like the crowds, I know. Okay, I kid you not. I think they're setting up for a dog competition tomorrow. So, I think we blend in. Shh, don't tell anyone. Nobody knows we don't belong. Shh. It's nothing but RVs and tents everywhere. We just kind of fit in. I'm not even kidding. We might just stay the night here. Like, we're gonna fit right in. Nobody's gonna question anything that somebody else with an RV and dogs is here. What are the odds that we would accidentally crash a dog event where RVs are present? Lotus, you're doing really well. Seriously, like, what are the odds? This worked out pretty well, huh, boys? This has been some good on-leash training, huh? Oh, you don't appreciate the on-leash training? You don't think you need it? It's just skills you don't need? You can possibly hear the dogs in the background, but lots of trails. Yeah. I don't know if you can see them, but we passed those pups. Did pretty well. All right, we were basically at the farthest point from either end of this loop. As you can see, I can see for a long distance, so. Oh, wow, now you go, Poopy? Feel a little safer. So you just weren't gonna go on a leash? So I don't know how much I've told you guys yet, but basically, we pulled into this park yesterday evening, a couple hours before sunset, just planned to spend a little bit of time. And after we went for like a little hike for a while, came back to the Airstream, and there was just RVs everywhere starting to pour in. And that's when I realized they were gonna have like some dog event and stuff, so it's kind of like, well, we're already here. Everybody thinks we belong. I have dogs. So yeah, kind of just ran with it. Spent the night. I think it goes for 2 days, so I fully intend to stay another night. Look how far we've made it now.
Forgiveness. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I will say that if I did do something, not saying I did, I don't know who got hurt. You hear the term victimless crime, but honestly, you can almost always find an actual victim, whether it's an insurance company or like a landowner or something. I'm not sure who that victim would be. Again, not saying there is one.
Day 2, doing a similar hike. I feel a little more comfortable with them not being off the leash because what's the worst that could happen now? They asked me to leave. Okay, fine. Well, since we're here, we might as well pick out a Christmas tree, huh? What you think? This park really does have everything. BMX track. Been to a lot of parks. This is the first. I figured they'd pack it up tonight, and they are. But sometimes you see these events that'll go till Monday, but it's Sunday evening, almost 5 o'clock. I did pretty good. We've been hanging out here all day. Our final walk. Yep, we're leaving.
I'm not gonna lie, I slept really good. I had 2 really, really good nights of sleep. You tell me, I'm curious, comment below, let me know what you think about what just happened. Well, it's our first crash stay somewhere. I think it went pretty well, huh? We did not intend it, but we'll take it. Thank you, Mazanita Youth Sports Complex. The unofficial invite. Wow, they have a lot of stuff. And all this sun, and it's still only 70 degrees, and there's a breeze. Like, I ran one fan the whole time, and I was freezing. Somehow the highway interstate turned into this, and it is beautiful. Apparently it's beautiful. Accept it. We continue north to San Jose. Never been there, obviously. Never been to a lot of these places that I'm going to. Most of them, actually. And San Jose was weird. I don't watch the news. I gave that up several years ago. But I understand that that's Silicon Valley. You have Apple, you have Google, you have Tesla. Well, we can go see where iPhones are born. Cupertino? Go see iPhone born? No? Rally? No, not interested. Okay. We can also go see where Google was born. No? Okay. Alright. I don't know that you're going to be able to see it, but there's Tesla. Rally! Chill! Jeez, oh Pete! Oh my gosh. Now, bye-bye Walmart. Let's go find some more fun to do. We'll find something fun. 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 Bye, Walmart. I'm not really knocking this house per se, but this is a pretty basic looking house, and there's a 911 Turbo in the driveway. Like, what the heck? I know that the housing market is just stupid. We went to this park one day. It was just in this little neighborhood. Houses that weren't that crazy. If you guys have been following along and you remember when I used to have a house, I would say these houses weren't that much bigger than what my house was. And if you remember, my house was not that big. And just for fun, I saw one was for sale. So I pulled up Zillow just to see what it was. And it was like, I don't know, like $1.2 million or something. Like, oh my gosh. And then you would see $100,000+ cars in these driveways. Just some bizarre stuff. The other thing that surprised me too was, alright, I don't know what road we just turned down, but wow. Wow. I know there's a lot of homeless in California. You know, LA has Skid Row, for example. I guess maybe San Jose is unique in this. I don't know it because I didn't really see this anywhere else. But then again, I didn't, other than San Francisco a little bit. Oh, that's the vet. I better answer that. Hello? All right, thank you. Bye. And to change his vet appointment. Lotus is going to do the heartworm checkup. So where were we? San Jose. So I think what shocked me most about this area, it wasn't the insane real estate. I knew that was a thing. That's why I Googled it, because I was curious to see how expensive this normal looking house was going to be. It doesn't shock me that there's like sections of the city that have homeless, basically. I mean, it was like rows of RVs and cars and stuff. That doesn't surprise me. What surprised me was how it was almost like integrated, meaning that you'd be driving along and you'd see a street, a side street that was full of what I assume were homeless people, you know, living in their RVs, although technically that would make me homeless, but those things aren't moving, probably. People living in RVs or cars or whatever. The next street over would just be like normal houses or businesses or whatever. And then a couple of streets down, you'd see another street that was like this again. So it was really kind of weird. Okay, there's definitely another, like, countless RVs that way too. Well, I guess if we get kicked out of Walmart, we gotta back up. It's almost like how when you drive around cities, zoning laws, you might be driving and there's some houses, and then maybe there's a street of like some businesses and then some houses. It was kind of like that. It was literally like zoned them different. I don't know. I thought that was interesting to see that. All right, Costco said they do not allow it. Costco said no. They suggested Walmart, which is normally my go-to place, but I don't know. I saw another RV at Lowe's. I know they do it sometimes. And we'll just go over there. I heard this crazy noise. Look out, and there's this other guy with his RV. His sway bar is broken just like how mine was. All right, so yeah, that's broken. Although he's not sliding on the ground. Must be nice. It's not okay behavior. So this officially marks the end of the Pacific Coast Highway trip. Now, to be fair, we will actually drive it a little bit more around Half Moon Bay up to San Francisco. But for all intents and purposes, this is kind of the end of that right now. I had thought about going farther north. There just really isn't anything there unless you've like really planned ahead, which, as you know, is not my thing. Either turn right here or go a couple hundred more miles or something, I don't remember, but it just made the most sense. As much as I really wanted to see Oregon, obviously we're still going to go to San Francisco. We're going to spend some time in the Sierra Nevada again. We're going to spend some time in the state of Nevada, although as little as possible, to be honest. And we're going to spend a bunch of time in Salt Lake City and Utah. So still got a ton of travel vlogs coming. And then obviously we have Alaska. So appreciate everyone as always. I know this video is going up on Thanksgiving. So if you're in the US, happy Thanksgiving. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. Later. It's always better to ask permission. Wait, that's not right. No. That's what I was learned. That's what I was learned. Oh my gosh. I didn't even say the line.